Hey again, everybody. This is Scott Gilmore, creator of the Fight for Freedom mod. I'm making this video today to demonstrate some of the pilot turret weapons on 3 aircraft. So let's go ahead and kind of explain what's going on here. We have the Wyvern, a one-man helicopter with 4 missiles, a bomb, and a machine gun and searchlight on the ball turret. Then we have the patrol pod with an autocannon on a turret and 2 anti-tank missiles. And then we have the Warhawk, which has 2 affixed Gatlings on the hull, 2 sidearm missiles on the wingtips, and then 2 M230s on a chin turret underneath the vehicle. So I'll show you how to access those weapons and control their aim. So let's start in the Wyvern. I'm going to get in, and right away we see that I have the 4 missiles, two sets of 2x VSR AAMs. So that's that. And if you switch your weapon, then you switch to the bomb, switch it again, and you switch back to the missiles. So this leaves the question, how do we access the machine gun? And the answer to that is you have to go into manual fire.
Manual fire.
So now you have manual fire, and you can use your pilot camera to aim it. In order to initiate a pilot camera, for me, it's left control and the right mouse button. Now I can aim that sucker anywhere I want within the range of the turret, and then start aiming and shooting. So you can do this while you're flying, hovering, whatever. While you're flying, there is a little bit of a force effect on the vehicle itself, so you might see a rocking if you're doing auto hover. So just take a few seconds and let it stabilize its position again. So, but you don't have to auto hover, you can keep moving. That does help in keeping it stable while you use the weapon. In order to go back to your other missiles and weapons, just um, cancel manual fire, and
Cancel manual fire.
then you're back to all of those. In order to recenter the turret, you just hit 5 on the num keys, and you're back to the initial pose there. I'm going to leave it at an extreme angle so we can see how it has affected it on the outside. So there we go. Now this will affect the trajectory of the bullets as well as where the light shines. There is a drawback, however, in that if you're watching somebody else's, another player's on a server, if you're watching their turret, it will not animate, so it will just stay in the initial pose the whole time. However, their bullet trajectory will still be wherever they are aiming. Um, Similar situation with the light is you will not see it shine. You will not see like the shine cone that's like a foggy cone that comes from it will be pointed forward, but the um, affected area of wherever you're looking at will illuminate. So it will change with the direction of wherever the pilot is looking. So it can be a little bit deceiving, especially if you might be um, the enemy of that helicopter and you're wondering if they're looking at you. They just might be. So that being said, be aware of that. Right. So when you look at
Running
the
low on ammo.
position, when you look down, you can see that this guy, this camera is on his shoulders, and that's meant to be imitating the pilot camera. I mean, sorry, the pilot helmet controls, which is called IHADS, IHAADS, if I remember the acronym correctly. Basically, it's a way for a helmet to control the aiming of a turret on real life vehicles. So that's a real life function. This setup is similar on the Wyvern and on the Warhawk, but on the Patrol Pod, it's not intended to have an IHADS helmet, so you get the perspective of the front scope that's on the front of the dash there. I would go around and show you, but the glare is awful. So in between the handlebars and the front, there's a kind of scope there, and it just seems like no matter where I go, it's I should have changed the time of day, but oh well. So subsequently, the benefit to that though is that we can use the zoom functions. Now, I mean, I just purposefully disabled the zoom functions on the other two, but it makes more sense if you're looking at a scope that you have zoom capabilities. And then you also have thermal imaging in addition to the night vision. So that's a big plus. If you hop out and you hop back in, it will go back to the pilot weapons, the default pilot weapons, which are the missiles, and that in the case of the Wyvern and the Patrol Pod. In the Warhawk, the first pilot weapon is the fixed 20 millimeter Gatlings on the side there. So just be careful not to blow yourself up when you switch back to that, thinking that you have the machine gun operational. All right, so I hope this has helped many of you to understand, and with a little bit of practice, I hope that you guys can become better pilots with these things and enjoy the new features, especially since the patrol pod flies a lot better. I think that'll be a huge play plus for a lot of you guys. Until next time, thanks for watching.